All right, my friends, welcome back. The older man is back. Listen, guys, COVID is still out there. I am just recovering from COVID. I could barely talk for the last 7, 8 days. It's been rough, man. When I get hit with COVID, this is my second time. It's not pleasant. Just letting you guys know that it is starting to make a resurgence. Over here in Dubai, quite a few people have been getting it. Every time I tell someone that I've had it, yeah, I got 2 friends who has it. So this tells you that, hey, it's resurging. And I've had a few people online who've told me the same thing after I've shared it with them. But anyway, listen, I'm strong, still here, still pumping away. So all right, let's get into it. Let's get into this new video. This one has been making the rounds, and it's one thing that I've been noticing a lot with women and the way they handle this current dating market. Now, here's the thing. It is a fact that a lot of men are no longer pushing themselves on women. The whole Me Too movement, the whole idea that women are strong and independent and we can be the man just like the man can be the man. Oh, gosh. These women are now getting lonelier and lonelier, especially as they're hitting the 27, 28, 29, 30s. The wall is closing in on them. Their time span for actually being that attractive 20-year-old is now starting to fade. So a lot more women are shooting their shot. They're getting desperate. The problem is that this is a new arena for most. The problem is that this is a new arena for most women. Most women have no idea how to approach a man. Most women have no idea what it feels like to be rejected, because more men are rejecting women these days. Not because they don't want them, but because it's not exactly a turn on when a woman hits on a man. That natural instinct for men to hunt, that has been taken away from him. He no longer finds the woman desirable. Most men who actually say, hey, if you gotta approach me and ask me to go out, that means that a man never found you desirable enough to work hard enough to get your attention. Either that, or you are so insufferable that no man can actually hold on to you, or you are such a bad catch that you can't hold on to a man. This is what goes through men's heads. I am just trying to explain to you what actually happens in a man's head. So every time you approach a man, it shows this state of desperation. It shows a state that you're not desired by another man. Or your standards are so ridiculously skewed that you can't even get the man that you want. Or the fact that you cannot retain a man that you want. Now, here's the thing. In this particular instance, this woman is approaching a man who she finds desirable. Now, what percentage of men do you think that most women find desirable? Yeah, the top 10 to 20% of men. And those men, my friends, they have options. But let's get into this particular video and let's listen to this particular story and you can see what I'm talking about. All right? But before we go on, guys, you know the drill. Hit me up. Let this algorithm know that you're actually going to get some good information here right now. Please give me a thumbs up on this video. Doesn't do much for you, but it does a lot for me and the channel. So help support the channel, costs you nothing at all. Of course, listen, if you ever want to book a session with me where you can talk about any issues that you have, where you need a male with critical thinking skills to help you with any of your problems, get me over at askanolderman.com. But if you need a quick answer to a question that you might have, just anything, send me a voice message over on Instagram, Ask an Older Man, and I'll be more than happy to answer it ASAP. I usually respond in kind voice messages when I get up in the morning having my cup of coffee, I'll respond to your message. All right? So let's get into this video. So she shot her shot here.
I like your bike.
Thank you, I appreciate that very much.
It's really
Thank
nice. I'm sure you get this a lot, but is there any way I could get your number?
you. I'm sorry, it's gonna be enough for me.
Why?
I just started dating this girl. It's getting pretty serious. I don't mean any offense by it. It's just that it's getting serious. I don't want to like mess with that at all.
Okay.
So.
She doesn't have to know.
Now, that was incredibly polite, incredibly gentlemanlike. Wouldn't you say? No aggression, no offense. I have a boyfriend. How dare you ask me? Why are you asking me? Ew, none of that. Very polite. Just saying, listen, I got a girlfriend, not interested. That's it. If females would respond to men like this, we would not have these gender problems. I'm telling you. You know, if the man was on the other side and a woman responded like this guy responded, the guy would say, I absolutely respect you. Any good man would say, listen, I absolutely respect you and I appreciate you being nice and humble and kind, and I apologize for approaching you like this. And both parties would have been great. And you know what? In my day, if you just happen to meet that person again, right? Now I understand this might be in a big city and the chances of seeing the same person might be slim to none. But the point is that just in case that there is a chance encounter again with that same person and their circumstances change, they would both look at each other and say, oh, that's that guy that asked me for my number. Oh, he was so nice. And I wonder if he's still available. It's a chance for you both again to reconnect. Things might have changed. But if one is hostile and demeaning and rude, there is no chance that should ever happen again. One party or both parties would not want to see each other again. But let's hear how this ends up.
Serious. I don't want to like mess with that at all.
Okay.
So.
She doesn't have to know necessarily, you know?
Fortunately, now you said that she kind
Get
of
your
does.
number and you can, change my contact name and it could be totally fine,
It's
you
a
know?
funny
You don't
thought.
have- you know the drill.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I get that. I'm just like, it's not really my thing. She's been great to me. I'm going to be great back to her. It's just where I'm at right now. So, again, I appreciate it. Don't mean any offense by it, but I'm going to
I'm
kind of go.
kind of taking offense by it. I mean, normally when I ask guys for their numbers, they give it to me. So I'm just like a little...
Wow. She took offense because the guy did not do what she wanted him to do. So now all of a sudden, fear of rejection, the audacity of you refusing me. And this is the point that I'm trying to get across in this video. Women have this idea that a man should never ever refuse any advances that she makes. How dare you? How dare you not give me your number, even though you got another woman? Now, I made a video saying that women are more attracted to married men. And I got a lot of flack for it. Now, I got a lot of men who actually agreed with me 100%. But there were a lot of women, oh, why should we have somebody else's scraps? Why should we? But this proves 100% that if you are a desirable man, it doesn't matter whether you have a woman or not. That woman will make sure that she's going to try to take you away from that other woman. This is what I'm trying to get across to you. Because number one, you have been pre-selected by another woman. In other words, another woman finds you desirable. So half the work for her is already done. Now she automatically thinks that if another woman selected him, he's a good man. I need him. I don't give a shit about that other woman. I want him. Pre-selection, my friends. So she keeps going. Let's just finish in here what she says.
By that,
Again, it's like nothing. It's nothing that you're doing. You're doing fine. It's just that I have a girlfriend, and again, like I completely get that, but like
you're being kind of an asshole, actually.
Now imagine calling the guy an asshole for being a good guy. Gentlemen, you got to understand how far you should take a conversation with any woman, because this woman has just become dangerous to you, because at this point now she's butthurt. At this point, any more interaction, then she could accuse you of anything, and you could be screwed. And ladies, you have to understand, this is what men fear and despise about the Western female mindset. It's a disgusting mindset. And then you ask yourself, why are men leaving the country to find other eligible women? This is one of the reasons.
So
I'm not being an ass. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you how it is.
do you think I'm not pretty or something?
What?
Do you think I'm not pretty?
No,
Because that's usually not a problem.
listen, you kind of twisted my arm here. I'm not getting into this conversation. I'm just telling you that, like, no. And that's it. So I'm sorry you're making me kind of uncomfortable. I'm kind of going to get out of here.
Whatever. That's fine, actually. Never mind. Please don't give me your number, actually.
All right, well,
Please.
have a nice day. Bye.
Now, the reason why you're actually seeing this video, because a lot of motorbikers, they tend to have cameras on their bikes, right? So this interaction is insane. I almost feel like, is this a skit? Or sometimes I just feel like, wow. Because I can tell you, this happens a lot more often than you can think of. There's a lot of times men refuse women and they get butthurt. Their brain and their pride cannot comprehend the fact that a man rejected them. I've spoken to many women over my lifetime that get turned down by men.
Hi.
Huh?
I was just saying hi.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
Honestly, I'm just trying to work out.
Okay.
You see, woman, how difficult this is? Now, we men do this all the time. When I say men, I'm talking about the men that approach girls. Now, look at over here for a second. She's looking other way, and she's telling him hi. If this was the other way around, if you reverse the genders, you would already lose your chance. Now, what I'm thinking, I can't see the guy. What I'm guessing is she's probably reaching out for way out of her leagues. Now, again, I always say, and I'll say it again, men are not biologically designed to be beautiful.
I've had some women who actually only gave up and didn't want anything with the man once they had actually slept with him. What do you call that? That's a male behavior. It is now insane how women are acting. Women are acting just like men.
Actually, hold on.
Hold on, don't touch me, don't touch me.
I want him.
Ooh, let's go.
You already knew you wanted
Hey,
me.
I'm rejected.
Wait, no. Don't even do that. You're not rejecting me. I'm unrejectable.
Hey, we got a perfect match. She picked his ass up. Ain't no way. She'll throw my ass, boy.
So the point of this video is just watching women shooting their shot. And the problem is women are just getting disgustingly even more desperate and gross about the way they approach men. I saw this other video here where this woman stops in front of the car.
What's going on?
Oh boy.
What's going on? Oh boy.
Wow. This must be a skit.
What's going on?
This must be a skit.
Oh boy.
Mira, esta es la que puso ahí.
I gotta read some of the comments from this just so that you ladies will understand how disgusting men view this behavior now. We don't find it funny. This gentleman say, I'd call the cops and have her arrested, to be completely honest. This is disgusting. Imagine a man doing this. Same thing to a woman. This other gentleman said, man, women have zero class anymore. Sad, not my type of girl. 11,900 likes on that comment. Somebody wrote, woman's dignity when they see an expensive car. This gentleman said, This problem is the only reasons I didn't get a Lamborghini. So I just settled with a 2008 Honda Accord. Yeah, that's the reason why you wouldn't buy a Lamborghini. Not a guy in man form as usual. You consider this a problem? Yeah. When we discussing quality women, yes. Another gentleman responded, meat is so cheap these days. A woman responded, hate such girls. And so let's listen to Candace Owens. She's not my favorite person, but she just nails it 100% right here in this video.
Why do you think men are not getting married?
Women are not desirable right now. Everyone's Kim Kardashian clone. I asked you earlier, what don't men want? And you said promiscuity. Well, that seems about the only thing that's being offered right now. When I open my Instagram and I've got butt cheeks and I'm going, people are like, I don't understand why no one wants to, this woman's been married 4 times. I'm like, well, I can understand it, because even if men think they want it in the short term, when you see a girl, she's half naked, she looks good. Yeah, sure, you probably do want to have sex with her. I bet you're wired that way. But then what happens after you have sex with her and you realize that so did 20 other dudes
100%.
in the same week, you don't want her.
You nailed it.
And that, my friends, is a fact. We are now in an over-sexualized Western society. Women, based on the sexual revolution that has occurred through feminism, now thinks that the only thing that will make them desirable is being promiscuous. The more skin they show, the more ass, the more sexualized they are, that men are just going to flock to them for it. They don't think about the fact that men will put you in only 1 or 2 boxes. The sex box or the marriage box. Short term, hit it, forget it. Long term, investment, grow together. Most women want to grow with a man, but they're approaching it with this mindset that I can get him with the sex, but they're not thinking about, can I retain him as a wife? They put no effort into being a wife. They put all the effort into being a sex object, thinking that this is the ticket. Men are smarter than that, especially the men that you want. So this is where the disconnect is, ladies.
Who do you blame? Hookup culture. Yeah, hookup culture. You blame the women. Why do you blame the women for hookup culture?
Women always want attention.
Yeah, sexual desires.
So even if they don't want the man, they want to think that that man wants her.
Dress like a hoe, a man is going to treat you like a hoe. He don't care if you have these ideas of, oh, well, it's my body, my choice, and just because I dress like this doesn't mean like I'm a hoe. If I see a guy dressed like a policeman on the street, I'm going to approach him like he's a policeman. If I see a fireman dressed like a fireman, I'm going to ask him to put out the fire that I have. The same thing with a nurse. And when I want a hoe, I will look for someone who dresses like a hoe. Don't you see the comparison that I'm making? Dress like a hoe, act like a hoe, must be a hoe. Dress like a fireman, act like a fireman, must be a fireman. And I can do that for every single profession that I know. But for some reason, oh no, just because I dress sexy doesn't mean that I'm a hoe. Yeah. Quack like a duck, act like a duck, waddle like a duck, must be a duck. Anyway, guys, I'll keep this one short. Let's hear your comments and feedback. All right? Subscribe. And of course, remember, whenever in doubt, always, always, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.